Hello, my name is Kennedy Keming, and I want to talk about something that is in the business world in this conversation, this video. And so let's get straight to it. In Kenya right now, the business world of startups is in a stage where there is sort of like uh, a problem. Let me describe the problem. And in this video, my objective with this video is I'm trying to inquire for proposals. No, this is a proposal. I'm inquiring for ideas. Ideas that are intended to tackle this problem that I'm about to describe. So don't just listen to the problem to understand it. Listen to understand and think of some idea that you can relay back as feedback to this proposal. So with that introduction, let's get straight to it. The problem is this. Startups in Kenya, let me use Kenya as a case study. We're in a position where you develop a product, let's say a solution to a problem. It can be a product, it can be a software, yes, a product or a service. And the product can be, say, anything ranging from a software to an actual product. So it's anything ranging from a product to a service. So you produce in a startup, you produce and you need to convert this product or service into cash. That conversion process is called liquidating a product. That's turnover. So for you to be able to do that, you need a market that is liquid, that can liquidate your products and services. Because most startups don't have cash reserves that are there to sustain them through long periods of time. So you are dependent on this turnover. And these startups, anything, even a hotel, just think of anything that is depending on this cycle of transactions. And this cycle of transactions require a market that is liquid. So now startups find themselves in a position where they have products, but they are taking it to a market that is not liquid. So the products are with them, but the market is not liquidating the products. And if you look into the reasons why the market is not liquidating the product, and this is across, it's not just one region, it's not just that region, it's across board. The reason why the market is not liquidating across board is because there is an economic issue in the market, an economic turmoil. And this is the Kenyan market. Just to take context to this conversation, this is the Kenyan market. Right from the public offices, that's the government offices, to the private offices, that's the companies, and in between, that is the non-profits. There is a liquidity problem, and even the general public. And this liquidity problem, first of all, it started with the borrowing of the government. And this is a whole long story. That if we were to go into how it began, we'd go back to the conversations that have been had about debt, about bonds, about government borrowing, and all of that. And that's a whole different topic of its own. But the ripple effect of it is that the market is not liquid. And now, because the market is not liquid, most of these ventures are not able to service their bills. And so, to stay afloat, most of the ventures get credit in anticipation that the market will change, but the market doesn't change. And now the problem becomes two. The venture has debt and no liquidity because the products are not liquidating. So now problem is like it's doubling down, spiraling down. And now this case is considered across board. It creates a situation where these products are no longer created because now all the quantity of the products being created reduces. And now this ripples into employment because now if the products are not liquidating, the income is not increasing and the employment is not is decreasing because they have to decrease that to maintain the operational cost. And this probably just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And soon you start hearing medium, large, and MSMEs and these big companies now talking of the same. This is a conversation I'm having as a small, medium enterprise, as an SME. I represent one. And this conversation captures a concept that is growing. This concept is a concept of a problem that is growing. And soon enough, it will be growing until the big companies, the likes of Safaricom, are now talking of the same. And in that case, it might be too big to solve. And so right now, I'm requesting for ideas. And these ideas can be in any form you feel comfortable: an email, a video, text, a comment, a like. I like that idea. Just anything that can be, I can get an idea to be. This is a sort of a crowdsourcing center. Now that you understand the problem, now that you understand where the problem is, there's no liquidity, and the credit is now another problem. It's not a solution. How do we solve this liquidity problem? We can say, let me just start off with a solution. We can say let the central bank print money. That's a possibility, but how will that ripple into the market? Because central bank will print and buy bonds. Bonds is in the banks. Banks offer credit. The credit they can't offer to the people that have not paid their previous. So it still doesn't ripple into the real location where the problem is. So that's a solution. That's one solution. Now consider others and you can send them to me. And if you don't have any ideas and you have some, you want to buy coffee, I'll I'll add the details in the description and you can buy coffee there for me. That would be great. So up until there, it was nice talking to you, and I look forward to talking to you more and more and getting deeper and deeper into this problem, and so that we can have a solution that works for all. Cheers.